What's up, Bravo Nation? Listen, so I told you guys a while back that we were going to start doing some tool reviews. All right. So I figured, what better way to start off a tool review than with the basic thing that anytime you're building something you need, a tool belt. Doesn't matter what you're doing, if you're doing drywall, if you're doing framing, you're cutting stuff, building a fence, deck, whatever, you need a tool belt, okay? And so that's kind of the basic start off with any project. And over the years, I've tried every different one, from this basic little apron, which happens to be one of Adam's favorites. This is what he always went to. From that to your chest rigs, like this here, we've tried this one, and the problem with this one is you basically got just two pockets. You got one on each side that you can put your stuff in. It really limits what you can carry. Now, it does help disperse the weight so that you've not got it hanging on your belt pulling down to one side like you do with this. This just it's very limited. You can basically put a couple nails in a hammer. Yeah. That's about it. Yeah. Can't do much of anything with it. So this is kind of an upgrade. This is a step up, and these are great and all, but they really just didn't meet our needs. So what we went to was what they call a tool vest. This was one of the first ones that we tried out here, and this model is from a company called Spec Ops tool gear. And I really like this. I loved what the company stood for. They donate a portion. I believe it's about somewhere around $10 or $12 out of every purchase to the Special Ops Warrior Foundation, which goes to help special ops guys that have been wounded in combat and things like that. Now I'm having a little trouble getting this one actually zipped up. Not really sure what's going on there. We're having some technical difficulties here. There we go. So you can see how it goes on. Just zips up like a tack vest. It's basically what this is a tack vest. You've got MOLLE weapon. You can see there on the back. You got a lot of stuff like that where you can change it up. You can add pockets, take pockets away, change it. Coolest thing though, you've got a drill holster. That's something that you don't have with your other ones, is the drill holster. And that was one of the main reasons why I decided to give these a chance and give them a try, was because of the drill holster, because we use impacts every single day. That is our go-to toy then, Adam.
All day long.
All day long.
All day long.
So this is what we went to, and for me, it didn't really fit me right. I'm a tall guy, but I've got a narrower chest. I'm not
broad.
Yeah.
Broad chested.
Right.
We're gonna go with.
Or broad belly.
We're gonna go with broad chested.
Right. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Sounds real good.
Yeah. So we went with this, and then Adam, I'll let you show our other option here. This is another option that you have when it comes to your tool vest.
The only thing with this one that I personally didn't like was the fact that it's just so busy. It's got so much on it, and a lot of the stuff, some of the stuff is removable and you can move it around. Other stuff is just stationary and has to be where it's at.
Yeah, like these pockets, like this
admin
admin pocket here, it's sewn on. These mag pockets is basically what they look like. They're sewn on, so you don't really get to take them off and change them around. So this was another option that we tried out here, and this is from Atlas 46, and I really like Atlas's product because theirs is completely versatile. Like, you can change it up to anything. It doesn't matter what your trade or your line of work is, whether you're doing electrical work, carpentry, whatever. You can change up, and they even actually make these vests that are designed for structural collapse work, rescue, fire and rescue. They do a lot of different things, off-road recovery. They've got them set up for different things with different options. And it's just it's a whole lot more versatile, in my opinion, as far as your options and what you've got there. So we tried it out, and between the two, they both got their pros and cons. They do. This one, they got the camo print, which is kind of cool. They do also offer the same vest in the desert tan like Atlas, but Atlas no longer offers their vest in the camo. They do black. They do the coyote tan here. They also do like high vis yellow or whatever it is, like the neon yellow green. They do those, and I think they've got a red, like a high vis red that they use as well. Like if you're working on power. So this one I really liked, but this kind of took it to a whole new level. And so because it just really fit the needs, because I ordered one of each to try them out, and this one I just really liked the way it worked out for us a whole lot better. It gave us some great options, and one of the cool things is, as you guys know, the company is Bravo Company Home Improvements. It's kind of got a military theme to it. So this really kind of took the whole military theme, the Molly Web and stuff, and took it to another level with being able to put our name tapes on it, company name stuff, just like we do our uniforms in the military. So I really liked that option. Wanted to kind of go over some of the features of that vest while we're here. So as you can see, we ended up getting one for everybody to wear here, and obviously it zips up a little bit better too. The quality to this one versus the other one seems to be a little bit better as well. These do come with a lifetime warranty on them, and it really shows that just the way it's built is a lot heavier, and it's more comfortable. These actually come in two different sizes. I have the small size again because, like I said, I'm a little bit narrower chested than Adam here. Adam has the standard size, and they are adjustable. You've got these straps that you can pull in on the sides here. I've got mine all taped up like we used to do our vest, in the military, and Adam's just kind of got his flopping around in the wind.
Right.
But both vests offer things. This one does have a little bit higher price point on it than the Spec Ops tool gear. The Spec Ops tool gear vest comes in at around $189. The Atlas 46 vest that comes with it, when you get your full setup, you're going to be looking at somewhere between $350 and $400 to get it to completely set up with all the attachments that you want. And again, it is designed a little bit more specific for the trade industry than the Spec Ops. You've got holsters that are designed specifically for your different tools, like your tape measure. You've got these pouches here on the side that have slots that are actually designed for Speed Square. Speed Square is something that we use almost as much as an Impact. We use it constantly. So having pockets that are designed specifically for things, like your holsters for your drills, jab saws, hammers and stuff, it really makes a world of difference. Because what is the number one thing, Adam, when we're on a job site that before we got these vests that we did?
Where's my tape? Where's my pencil?
Right.
Where's this? Where's that?
Right. This has really increased the efficiency of our jobs exponentially, because we have everything else. We're not looking around for things aren't getting dropped or falling off, falling out of the pocket or something. Like these little pencil pulls. These have been the greatest little $3 purchase I've ever made in my life. I think they keep a pencil handy. Because when you're drawing, something out, you're marking a board, whatever. You mark with it, and then you gotta stick that pencil back in your pocket, or lay it down
behind your ear,
lay it off the side or something. You make a cut, and then where'd I lay it at? Where'd it go to? With this, you make your mark, let go, and it just zips right back up, and it's out of the way. It's out of the way where it's not going to be interfered. So it's worked out tremendously. Another cool feature about these vests. Turn around here, Adam. Inside here is a pocket for a hydration bladder, just like your Camelbacks that you buy. You can actually insert a bladder, Camelback bladder, in the back here and bring your straw right up over. These are actually designed for this. That way you've got your hydration, your water if it's really hot like it was this summer where we're working 95, 105 degree weather. That way you can stay hydrated. It's a great thing. Plus, again, you've still got more of the MOLLE on the back, so you can add additional things, if you want to put a little first aid kit, because let's face it, when you're doing, carpentry work, you're going to get a scratch, you're going to get a splinter, you're going to, scrape something or nick something. So Band-Aids and Neosporin, little alcohol, something to clean something off with. Great thing to have on you, so you've got the option to, you can keep your first aid kit right back there with you. Atlas 46 does also have a drill holster with their vest. Their drill holsters I actually like a lot better than the Spec Ops. The Spec Ops holster basically reminds me of a holster designed for a 9mm. It's like they just took a 9mm holster and stuck it on here. Right down to this little pocket here that is designed for a magazine. I really think that that's what they did with their vest was they basically took and designed a couple of these pouches here and just attached them to attack vests basically. Where the Atlas vest was actually designed specifically for the trade industries. You've got pockets, all over the place. For snacks, cigarettes, cell phone, whatever. You got pockets up here, go down here, and this just so great. There's so many options.
Yeah.
And again, they've put a lot of thought into their product, and they have made a great product that's totally functional. Magnetic drill bit.
My favorite part of the entire vest, I swear.
That I'm telling you, this is so handy because you're on the job. You've either got to have 2 or 3 different drills already chucked up with a different bit, whether you're switching back between Phillips and a Torx, or you're pre-drilling for your screws that you're putting into something. So you got to have a drill with a drill bit in it, and then another bit driver drill. So when you've got this, you can just flip your bits and put them in here, and they're not getting lost. It makes it super handy. Grab one of the drills there, Adam.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab an impact because the other thing that we like about the accessibility to your impact in the Atlas 46 vest has got this little string, this rubber band, elastic band that holds it in place.
Right.
And when you want to pull it out, you just drop that down, pull your impact out, you're ready to go. With this one, it's got the clasp that kind of
goes up and around. It's a little more awkward, and if you don't have the direction on your drill latched in the middle where the trigger doesn't function, when you pull this down and strap it in, it will actually depress that trigger and your drill will start turning.
Yeah.
With the Atlas, because it is designed a little more for an actual drill versus a gun, and you can kind of see by the way that this holster is designed here, you can kind of see the difference in the two, that it is designed more for a drill. The open bottom so that your drill bit, if you've got like a 5-inch drill bit hanging out the bottom, it will hang out and it's not going to get jammed up in there. Just all around, this vest was designed more for the trades, and we really like the functionality of it better. And like I said, it has done so much for our efficiency. We're able to keep everything we need on us, and instead of hunting and looking for it, we know right where it's at. And another great thing in comparison, again, to the tool, the suspender rig that we've got over here, is this. It sucks everything to you. Everything is kept on you. It's not flopping out like it does with that one. That one, it's just, there's a lot of movement with it.
Mm-hmm.
And you would think that this would be very restrictive, but it's actually not. It's not restrictive at all, and it keeps everything to you. Things aren't flopping around, and as well as because it is made out of a mesh material, it's very breathable.
Yeah.
So during the summer, although it is a little bit hotter wearing this versus not having one on at all, it's not near what you would expect because it does have the mesh. It makes it very breathable.
Yeah.
Which again is a huge plus when you're working outside, in the trades in the summer and stuff, so.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, you got any comments regarding, out of the 3 that we've got here, I think we both agreed that the Atlas 46 is probably hands down all the way around the best, most functional option, all right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
When I first came to Bravo Company, I did use this a lot because it was the suspender vest was just so much more restrictive and flopping around. And although the functionality of this is very, very, very limited, obviously.
You can see that here, they're chained on basically. You've got these buckles or clasps that hold it on. The pockets are not held close to you. They get in the way, they flop around. Although it does serve the purpose to allow you to keep a little bit more stuff on you, and disperse the weight. It's just not, it's not as comfortable or functional.
Right. Yeah, and then so when he bought this one, I tried it out. Like I said, it was just too busy, too much going on.
To me, there was a lot of wasted pockets on it because you know, the pockets were not designed specifically for tools,
Right.
like with the Atlas.
Right.
You know, so you know, you can't really put a screwdriver in here. I mean, you can put a pocket knife in here maybe, or a multi-tool, or not really a multi-tool, like a Leatherman type tool or a Gerber tool, something like that. But that's it. You're not really gonna be able to put a whole lot else in there, and you don't need three razor knives or 3 pocket knives.
Right.
You know, so there's just a lot of ways to, and you know, we've got 4 of these hammer holsters on here. We don't need 4. Two at the most.
2
you know?
at the most.
Yeah, one for your regular, you know, 16, 22 ounce hammer, and maybe one for a rubber mount for when we're doing trim work.
Right.
That would be about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely that one's a whole lot more busy, a lot more going on. But again, just did not really seem to be as functional and really what we needed in comparison to this.
Right.
Now, one thing I will say, you know, if you just need something along these lines for some basic things, this probably would do the trick perfectly. It does come with a rigid stiff belt here, you know, that acts as a like a back support. It's got padding in the back here to kind of help support your back and carry the load. So, you know, it is a little bit better value as far as, you know, the amount of stuff that you get. But Atlas, they do offer those belts as well. They don't come with the belt, again, because like I said, it is a more expensive setup, but this worked a whole lot better for us. But I have actually not gotten to the point yet where I see that we need the rigid belts and the back supports with these yet. We've not got to that point where we need that. These are also fall harness compatible, I will say that. So, you know, if you do work on tall buildings, you know, if you're working on multi-story, you know, steel structures, and you know you've got to wear a fall harness, or you know you're working in a skylift or something, you know, this may be something that you would look at getting, because again, it does have the fall harness compatibility with it. But you know, like I said, you do pay for it because these are not cheap vests. They're very good though.
Yeah, I agree.
So. All right, Bravo Nation, I guess that about wraps it up for this tool review on the Atlas 46 tool vest and the Spec Ops tool gear vest. So, we'll catch you guys next time. Later.